right, before we begin, I want to inform everyone that this meeting is being recorded. For transparency and record keeping, please be mindful as we proceed. All right, call the meeting to order. Marty, will you open us with water prayer, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, we give you thanks and praise for this wonderful day that you've given us, and we just ask our Lord that you'll guide the three of us, Lonnie, Keith, and myself, in the decisions that we make for the town of Edwardsport, that we'll do them honestly and truly with the best interest and for the residents of the town, and we'll give you the praise and the thanks for it. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Lenny, lead us a pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Mr. Horse.
Morning. Or afternoon.
Whatever it is.
Anybody named Earl's a pretty good guy.
That's right.
Keith and I had this debate on it.
Yeah, that's right.
All righty. Did you guys have a chance to go over last month's meeting minutes? All right. Motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Financial report. Checking account balance as of 4/17/2026 is $311,915.76. Bank of New York Mellon SRF as of 3/31/2026. Last four is 4352 account is $10,653.66. And then 4353 last four is 42,998.85. Patty will be working with Susie Bass when she returns to fix a couple of accounts. The fund report does not reconcile with the bank statements. I believe it has to do with the SRF accounts at Bank of New York. We've got the interlocal agreement with the county to go over a new business. Handheld is loaded for Earl to read in May. And email will probably be the best way to communicate with her. So.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Water?
Well, everything's been going good, so, you know, the only thing is the handheld the other day, it kind of messed up on us for some reason. We had to come in and reboot it, and
Yeah.
I tried my best. I shut it off and then kept turning it back on and did everything I thought I could do, but it wouldn't do nothing. So Patty, she goes, "Well, I'll just take the battery out of it." So we took the battery out, put it back in, and it started working. We had to change the dates, but everything, but
That's what you call a reboot.
never thought about that. So other than that, you know, doing okay.
That was so low, my chin's almost on the table.
Do we have a Duke meter quote?
Yeah. I don't have, you got the Duke meter quote?
No, I didn't.
Well, Patty gave it to you.
Duke meter quote?
Yeah, the meter.
Yeah, we talked about
But
Yeah, she did, but I don't think I ever got it unless she left it for me in my box.
Well, she liked
probably in the box.
the only time you ever look in there is when you got checked.
That's right, I don't look any other time. Why would I look for anything? Might be work in there.
They gave us two.
There it is, Earl. I had it all along.
Okay, yeah. They gave us two quotes. This is just the meter. 6x18 length is $4,777.48, and the 6x24 is $5,048.12, and the end point is 134, no matter which one. And this meter is not got like this one's got. This now, here's a high and a low flow. This one's just straight 1 meter, 6 inch.
Steady flow.
So steady flow.
You think you'd like that better anyway too, steady flow?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't answer you, but I was on the measure it, but there's so much mud in there you can't measure it. I mean, maybe you're down there the other day, get it down with the shovel, maybe clean it off enough. Cause see, when we put that all together and then set the pit on top of that, we cut sections out of that pit and then we put a lid on and stuff, so. And then, you know, when the rain comes, it kind of built the dirt back in there, so.
So that quote tells, where's the location where it'd come out of, the new meter?
It'll come out of, Midwest Meter Incorporated.
Who would you like to install that when it comes in? I know it's a coordination thing, that'd have to be coordinated well with Duke Energy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You know, we'd have to dig it out and then, you know, shut them down for, I don't know. You never know how long it's gonna take, that's the problem.
Right.
And this thing's gotta fit perfect. So the salesman will have to come, I'll get him over here and we'll get down there and make sure we get the right, you know,
Okay,
everything's right. When we have it there, we got enough gaskets and.
yeah. So do we need to make a decision tonight on which one of
Not
those?
really.
Huh? Okay.
No, you won't wait till Patty or whatever. I can get a hold of Wabash and have them come and, you know, have them come and look, say, look, here's what I need to do, you know.
Okay,
We gotta dig this all out and
Yeah.
give me a quote what it'd take to,
that'd be great.
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
That
Get
way
them.
we know
they're close,
total cost
Yeah.
before we.
you know, I can get a hold of them and say,
Yeah, if you could do that, do we all agree upon that?
Yes, I agree.
okay.
Well, we appreciate that, Earl. I think
Okay.
that's, you know, based upon, you know, what Alliance was saying there, where the big discrepancy is, and
And I've seen him twice, the guy from EFI, the main guy about the chlorine room.
yeah.
And I said, hey, I never heard anything back from you. Oh, that's right. I seen him down at not Jasper, but French Lick. I said, hey, you forgot me again? Yeah, not kind of, but we've been throwing it around. And I said, well, I need a price. What did it take to put gas back in there? He said, you know you need a scrubber. And I said, yes, I understand we need a scrubber. But I said, I want a price to see what it costs us to put one in.
Yes.
Do away with this dang liquid.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you know.
Yes, I agree.
And so, I'll see him again down at Huntingburg. They just, well, he probably wouldn't have, but I'll see him at Huntingburg. They'll have a big trailer down there again. I'll get on him again.
Okay,
I said, hey, you ain't forgot me, have you?
okay.
You know,
Right. Yeah, that would really be a nice upgrade for
Yeah.
there. And then Keith, I was telling Keith about the incidents that we had up there with the key missing. And, he's came up with a little plan here, and he's gonna present you something here.
Got a lockbox. You can set the code and then you just put your spare key in there and.
yeah. I'll get a couple keys made too.
Okay.
They never did get a key back to you, did they?
No, I never did get mine back.
Okay.
I mean, you need it a lot worse than I do.
I do. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, get this the other day though. I get up there the other day and I go, I just happened to look out there by that fire hydrant and the lid's off of it. You know, the valve stack lid. It's just laying in the yard. You know, what in the world they got that off there for? Them little kids that did it, I know. So I put it back on. The next day I get up there and it's sitting there halfway like this. So I put it back down and I ain't bothered again. But I was up there mowing the other day and there, you know, I don't know whether to go over and talk to them. Well, here's this little girl running around the whole time. You know, I gotta look for her. Where'd she go now? She's up there by the tree, you know. I'm afraid, you know, hit a rock or something.
Yeah.
You know, or a stick. And here I mowed across the road down there by them light posts. And I go, she surely won't come down here. Well, here she is again, standing behind the light pole, watching me, you know. And then she had her sister, I don't know, she's only maybe 3 or 4 years old, and she had her down there with her. I don't.
You may have to put a couple seats on your mower, just let it ride with you.
Yes, I don't know. But I know they're the ones that,
Yeah.
because that one day, they got a little boy. Because I've seen, now maybe that's not theirs, but there was a little boy that one day hanging around the mailbox, and he was watching me like a hawk. And I'd say he's the one that
Took the key.
took the key.
Well, I was telling Keith about it, mate, and we all, you and I and Keith and Lonnie all know we can't allow that to ever happen, because if they'd ever get inside there,
And the chemicals.
yeah, and the same
We
thing.
might look at just putting all new locks on there too, since we've already lost
Yeah,
keys, cause.
but I've got to pick up, you know, I don't mind picking the toys up. I just pick them up, pitch them in the yard, you know. But I got to take weed eater up, meet them weed eat, and their bicycles parked in behind the generator. I thought, you know, keep your stuff over in your
Parents have
place.
not done a very good job, you know.
Do we have a motion to purchase new locks for?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
make a motion to purchase, new locks for the water treatment plant.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay, you gonna get a hold of, Lance Lock and Safe, is that who you're gonna have to do it?
I'll get a hold of
Whoever
him.
you
Okay.
want to,
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright,
It's a good
sorry,
idea.
just, that way we.
I'll get a hold of Wabash and have them, you know,
Okay.
one of them probably come up and say, here's what I need to do, and
Yeah, if we'd get that gas situation taken care of, if we'd get this thing taken care of for Duke, we'd get that taken care of for, you know, the locks up there. That's really the only, because it seems like your system's really running well right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
and I'm gonna change some meters out. I think there's 5 back here. I'm gonna change the amount, and I'll take them along to Vincent's. Vincent's can test them
Okay.
and tell me if they're, you know, if they fell off a lot or
Yeah.
if they're good yet.
So you're talking about brand new meters?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not the tops, just the base part of it,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but the reed part works good.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
great idea.
Just the bases on them.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Yes.
And whatever that cost is.
I was hoping to do it today, but they got me running, Donnie Lee is on leave, and I gotta run the trash truck at Bicknell.
I thought you pretty much did all the way away with Becknon, and
Well-
Edwardsport's your priority.
He can't, I was asking Ruthie a while ago, I said, Ruthie, I got a question for you, because we haven't seen Kenny. Yeah, he's foot operated on.
Yeah.
We took him some food, and I said, Ruthie, is he scheduled to do the test yet? Again? She said, I think this is number 10. I said, they might as well give up on him, he ain't gonna pass it.
Oh,
He can't pass that test.
oh, the test on, is it wastewater test or?
No, water test.
Water treatment test. Oh,
Yeah, he
Okay.
passed the one for
Sorry.
Nope.
his distribution, but he can't pass the one for the plant.
Okay.
Alright, you got anything else, sir?
Huh?
Got anything else?
Nope, that's
Okay,
it.
alrighty.
Good deal.
My wife's out in the car, so.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Earl.
Thank you.
All that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Hey, Earl, think about it while Lent's Lock and Safe is there,
Yeah,
have him make extra keys, because their keys normally work better.
I will.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'll get hold of it.
Okay, thank you, Earl.
Yep, have a good day.
Alright. Moving on to sewer, we got Matt's report. Things running good. Start,
Just get that ventilation on there, so it's broke.
yeah, both exhaust fans on the roof will quit. He's gonna get with Patty to see where we ordered them from and get a price.
Remember what Danny said today when he was in there for that short period of time, he mentioned that, didn't he?
Yeah.
That, there's exhaust fans.
The lift fans.
Yeah.
Well, are there 3 now, or 2? There's 2.
There's 2, I
It
think.
says both exhaust fans,
Okay.
so we'll get those ordered. Gonna come up on a Friday and start replacing floats in the main lift stations.
You know, not to interrupt you, Keith, but he's got on there too that he's still having trouble finding an electrician. I gave him one name, and the guy said he'd call him, the guy that did our kitchen when we had it remodeled, but he said, the guy just not calling him, but, and he said he's not really having any luck, I don't think, with, Sinclair.
Okay.
So what, he needs an electrician, is what he needs, and he needs it pretty quick.
Okay. I'll do some thinking.
Okay.
See if I can
I can call Garrett Hedge and Alex if you,
say you're
what they do, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, you do that, and if that don't work, let me know, and I'll call Sinclair, because he's supposed to really be our town electrician, he's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, we probably need to, if we can find somebody, so we have a backup
I agree.
person too, he's so
Yeah.
busy sometimes.
Yeah, okay, work. Okay, so you're gonna get hold of them, and then
Yeah.
you'll let us know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for sewer?
Like I said, he's doing those floats, isn't it?
Yep.
So, yeah, if we could do that and get him an electrician, and then if we could find out about those exhaust fans, that would help get that system in a lot better shape, because I think one area was not working down there.
Alright, moving on to street department. Danny had asked about fogging.
That's right.
No. We,
We discussed that once before, hadn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Chemicals, vulgar load.
Right.
I think what we came up with, on the side by side, we were just gonna use our town truck, weren't we? Since it's four-wheel drive,
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right.
it would fit in there.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly. But I don't remember, I know at one time we had the list price of the foggers and the list price of the chemicals.
Yeah, all of them was all pretty reasonable, the only thing that was expensive was the side by side.
Yes.
so with the economic development account, we could purchase a fogger.
With that, what we've got in the
Yep.
economic department?
Yeah.
I can't think, what, 30,000 we got in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that would work for it, had to be infrastructure.
Purchase of machinery, equipment, and vehicles.
It did say machinery and equipment, I didn't remember that. That would fall under machinery, I would think.
I'll make a motion that we'll go through that and get it that way.
Okay.
You second it?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The only thing we do need to be kind of careful with on that is if we need any of that when we run into what we're gonna run into on the building.
Yeah.
Because that's for infrastructure and machinery or whatever, there's several different ways we can use that, so.
Mhm.
If we run into having to have an architect or whatever.
I agree with you.
Something to fall back on.
Okay. Anything else for street department?
Well, just what you and I discussed up there the other day when you and I were sitting together out there at Mullins and stuff. You know, cleaning up the fence lines, the weed eating part. I haven't been up there for a day or two to see what's going on. Later on, I thought if maybe you and I and Lonnie could get together and be up there and get an idea if we'd ever get that paved, exactly how much we'd want paved, and if we'd get to that point, I could get a hold of Webb and have them come up and give us an estimate to pave it, and then we'll see if we can come up with the money maybe through the RDC or drop off of. I think it'd make it a lot nicer park.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then I was talking to Keith, I thought out there where we keep a big roller at, if we had enough right there to park maybe 6 cars, and people came in to take the kids out there to the playground, they wouldn't have to turn around on the grass and sit there.
Yeah, even if we could blacktop so far and then out there, we could even just take 53s and
Yeah.
till that one time and board full of 53s where it would sink and compact. Make a pretty good little parking place for that, for 5 or 6 cars.
It's just really a nice park, and I know that,
A lot of use.
yeah.
There is a lot of use.
Yeah, Reese was saying the other day, living there that close to it, it's getting a lot of use.
Yes. Bailey was telling me that.
Oh, yeah, you were the one talking to him.
Our first home game will be May 11th. So we'll have, I think think 7 or 8 home games up there this year, so.
Can you think of anything, Keith, that Lonnie and I can help you with up there to make sure everything's prepared for you on the first day?
Just get the parking lot sprayed and,
I see he had that sprayer
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Did he say he sprayed it?
I didn't ask, but
Okay.
It was on yesterday, I think it was yesterday, had the sprayer on, had it full.
Maybe he sprayed today, because it was yesterday, it didn't rain yesterday, did it? No. Rained the day before that.
I know he had, I did see flowers and plants of different kinds in the back of the truck today. I think he was planting flowers and plants around the bottom of the scoreboard where that looks so, didn't look quite so good, so he's gonna spruce that up a little.
okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Maybe something we wanna go look at.
Yeah, I agree.
We can do that. Alright, anything else for park? Alright, moving on to old business, town cleanup, we collected 5.62 tons of trash from the town for a total bill of $742, so.
Pretty good town cleanup.
Yep.
We had 16, I think I
Yes.
counted that dumped,
Yep.
so that was a good,
Good effort for a rainy day.
yes.
As you all know, Shipping Street slash North Grillville Road and Market Street got paved. The invoice came in today. I forwarded that to Kelly Streeter. A few hours later, she sent me an email and said it's processed. So their payment for E&B paving is on its way. Per the school demolition, what Lonnie and I were in the RDC meeting, it sort of sounds like that for sure that the school will be coming down this summer.
That's what he said, by the end of the summer it'll be down.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of assuming he's kind of leaning towards, school's out, what, another week or so, just not very long. And I'm assuming he's kind of getting that off his plate
Yeah.
to move forward with
Yeah,
this.
get all the stuff out.
Yeah.
That's an assumption.
As far as the, I talked to you the other day about what Lonnie and I had talked to the RDC about, that they would help us develop that piece of property, and it's looking good. And then by the end of the meeting, it was not looking so good, because Grillville sort of put a damper on it when they asked for so much for the Grillville nursing home, so have to see how that works
And
out.
their community center.
Yep, community center, right. I know we've talked about this before, but our New Holland 636 tractor was serviced just recently by old Nag Repair, and they discussed the oil type that's needed. Of course, I think it was at 20-40 or
1540.
1540, and I don't think we have any on the shelf. I didn't see any. And then they also discussed that the brake fluid type it took a mineral type.
Yes, it's a mineral fluid.
Or otherwise it would eat up the seals in it. So I passed that information, or Lonnie and I passed that along to Danny, to make sure don't put nothing in there except the right type. And in fact, I think you asked him for a quart of it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think they left that there for us, but it was expensive, maybe $60 or $70 a quart, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it was.
Blash Brothers had got a hold of Patty some time ago and said that there was a recall on our tractor, on our big tractor, some kind of upgrade on the brakes, and they had never got back a hold of her. She wanted me to call them, so I got a hold of them, and they said that the part is in for the upgrade on it, but it's planting season, and our job takes a back seat to that. But the tractor's still fine to use, but when they get caught up, they'll get a hold of us, okay?
Okay.
You did the town cleanup, and Earl's already, the last one I had on here was talking about that water meter, so.
Yep.
So I've got that part. I was telling Keith right before you got here, Lonnie, I got hold of that Elizabeth, Kraft. And she's only paid, it's $5,000 to put in the sewer system.
Mhm.
And she's paid $1,600.
1,600.
So that she owes $3,400. She called me back while I was in here and said she'll be up with a couple $100 more, and I said, well, how are you gonna plan on paying for it? She said she put in for a loan to put an addition onto her trailer, and she added enough on it to finish paying that off too. That's all I know.
It'd be good because sooner or later, in order to be able to collect that, we'd have to shut everything off.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Anything else for old business?
I don't think so.
Okay, moving on to new business. We've got the 2026 interlocal agreement with Knox County. No changes from last year. Each town will receive $14,000 for demolitions, property cleanups, and Patty's check the ordinances, solid waste, weeds and rank vegetation, and unsafe building for county to.
Do we need to
Take
sign
care.
that? Is that what it was?
I
Okay.
need a motion to.
So how much is a year?
It is $100.
Well, that's cheap enough.
Yeah. Make a motion to accept is what you need.
Yes.
I make a motion to accept it.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Alright. Anything else for new business?
I can't think of anything myself.
No, I can't really right offhand.
Okay. Good of the town, Margaret.
Yes, I just wanted to represent Knox County SISMA, maybe not as an official member, but, or employed person, but just a volunteer. And so if there's any areas that you know that's heavily invaded with any type of invasive plant, that's pretty much our agenda. Help folks become aware. I know I think it was the last week of February, there was a banner over Hart Street in Vincennes of invasive asparagus, invasive awareness for North America Week. So we're gonna kind of continue that. I don't know, I never got an email back from Andrea Chatton if they ever got the Fair Board sign working, but we'll probably have a booth somewhere where at least we can be inside and help people identify through some photos and just try to help people's awareness. So we try to do a few things with Dave Foster, and hopefully that will still happen so we can get things timely. So we know garlic mustard right now, Asian bush honeysuckle are both blooming, and they kind of hide out together. So, but if trees are in places, or calorie pear was a popular one, and so we all know that. But we also know that NDOT says they'll be spending more on right-of-way removal of invasive plants than they will be doing road repair. So the message is out there, and we just need to help people that don't know that yet.
So they're willing to spend more money on that than they are the roads right
That's
now.
gonna be where it ends up.
Be our year to get in on that, then,
Yeah, it would be.
You know, I just know going through Bloomington, it's calorie pear season, and I know people report around Lloyd and things around Evansville, around Princeton, and those things are just nasty. So Ohio and Illinois have banned them. Indiana's still waiting for the governor's signature. So, but that's one of them. Asian bush honeysuckle is our most common. So, and they can get 18 feet tall. So, burning bush is right there with them, but Tree of Heaven, I guess in Bloomington, it's Tree of Heaven, White Mulberry, and Asian Bushman Sickle this year. So,
Sound pretty knowledgeable about that.
well, I've played at this for about a decade, so I enjoyed team sports in high school, but this is kind of a different type of team sport, so.
Okay. Hey, we appreciate you coming out and explaining that to us.
Yes,
Sure.
we do. Yes, we do.
And
Anything I can help with or refer you to other people that I'm aware of, I'm happy to do that, so.
yeah, have you driven by this area over here we was talking about? It's got all the proper name.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
I have not. I did do a little bit. I knew somebody that lived on Shipping before, and they moved to, well, she was from Freelandville, Jen Hosher.
Mhm.
I know one time we went up and got plants at Ecologic when they were getting out of the retail side, and so I went with Denise Eagle and we dropped some plants over for Jen. But
Yeah, when you leave here,
Yep.
pull out on the highway, you take the first street to the right. Was that Washington?
Yes.
You take Washington down 2 blocks till you have to stop.
okay,
Take a left at that stop, and then just start looking on the right. The school playground's on the left.
okay,
Immediately on the right hand side.
okay. I can identify it.
Yeah.
And actually, the area in that alley in Bicknell, between Cherry and Chestnut, I think, maybe Maple and Main, when I asked Colt with Area Planning Commission, who owns the alleys, and he said Bicknell, and he pulled it up on the map, he goes, there's a lot of bamboo there. I said, there was. It's laying down, but it'll be back, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, knowing right-of-ways and who's responsible is one thing, but we can pretty much rely on BP for that for the most part.
Well, this here's on
Private?
Private
private
property.
property, yeah.
Yeah. Are they aware of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time we had talked about,
Rod Mullins.
Rod Mullins taking care of it, and that kind of fell through.
Yeah, if you take a look at it, let us know.
Sure.
And it runs, really, when you're around that, when you come down that stop sign, turn left, it's immediately there on the right, like Lonnie said.
Right.
And if you go up just a half a block and turn right, that's Carlisle Street, and it runs down to our little church is the last place there.
Okay.
That bamboo has grown all the way down to almost to where our church is at. That's how it's took off that way.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
And I know in Bloomington that it got into the power lines, caught a house on fire, so that's when they started targeting it and had the hand people do different things.
Yep.
But I asked one of the inspectors up there how successful that was, and it was like maybe 3%. So any other enforcement things we can do? And I know Bloomington did change their code for their ordinance of invasive species can be no higher than your grass or your turf. So 8 inches up there. I don't know how that might relate here, but I mean, that keeps stuff from spreading. So, but I'm not gonna try to go there. These things aren't political. It's just, we know they're negative, and I still remember Lady Bird Johnson saying, plant native along our highways and remove billboards. So that gives my age away. But, and I appreciated that when I lived in Texas and worked for the Army and Air Force Exchange, because you'd see the blue bonnets or you'd see the Indian paintbrush, or and then of course the Lady Bird Wildflower Center was there in Austin, and I used to contribute for scholarships for the kids that would do that. So yeah, it's kind of one of these things that just kind of, I guess, is following me and progressing. So.
Okay, you mentioned something a while ago about, and I didn't get it written down, is for flowers and plants and things.
Yes.
The state, you could get through the state.
Yes.
It's like the tree program.
Yes, exactly.
I have several trees that I got through the state. That's
Yes.
how I got them through the state.
They're like 100 bundles, but those are like, most of the municipals are buying those. Well, I'll say Bloomington is anyway. And that's when you go up for these fairs. There was Garden Fair last weekend and the Sustainability Fair at Switchard Park. And then next weekend is Blooming Foods. So, and that's Sycamore Land Trust. But, so all of them buy them in bulk, and I probably could still do that through having the Quail Habitat. So it'd be, October would be the next one, I think. I think I ordered in October and picked up in spring a year ago that we planted out at Gransdale. So I can definitely find out how to.
Yeah, that's good. I
Yeah.
know 3 or 4
Sure.
people would be interested in the quail habitat.
Yes, yep,
People that have landowners that have,
exactly.
yes, so.
And the minimum is like an acre, so
Yeah.
you don't have to have 40 acres. I know Jocelyn's on Wheatland Slab. I'm not sure what their
Jay
habitat is.
Jocelyn,
Yes.
that's one of them I was just talking about.
Okay,
The
yeah.
other one, another one's his neighbor over there that would be interested in that too.
And that's Olivia Fry, and that's run out of the Hart Street USDA office. She's with Quail Unlimited.
Park Street, at
Vincent.
Vincent.
Yes, that's the person that did that, and then the planting for Lincoln High School, for the outdoor lab with Renee Lamontoya's classes. And my biologist is out of Winslow, southern Indiana, but she lives at Hubstock, and that's Morgan Overly with Indiana DNR. But either one of them are very knowledgeable, so. But yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you so much. Well, you need a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
What about him, second?
Oh.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I just wondered what happened.
So let
We
me
just have to sit here?
real quickly, when you're talking about